So that'll get me started for this match, which is the men's cup quarterfinal. So this is the big one between the team in red and looks like brothers in black with the green trim. As we see the play being spread out there to the right side, brothers maintaining their form, looking for little openings, probing. That play is brought down. It's a penalty there. I think he caught the shoulder to the face. So we've got a tap here by... Okay, so it's brothers in black with green trim against the Tauranga Underdogs in red. I love that name, Underdogs. Now it's a very physical match here. We've got two big men coming, connecting there, and then we've got brothers spreading it out. It's a bump off there. Number 5 has got the ball. He's turning it back in. You can tell brothers are experienced sevens players. They're not rushing themselves, even though this is a cup quarterfinal. Winner goes into the semis. Latu Mahina, I've heard that name before. Sevens representative. Number 12 at the base. Swings it out to the right. They got 3-on-3. Let's see what brothers can do. Possible pass on. It's a bit messy there at the ruck. We've got the penalty going to the Underdogs, holding on to the ball. And on the attack, Tauranga Underdogs, we got one man to beat there. He's got past 2, the number 6. Easy try in the end there. Kept his composure. Ian?
Yeah, that was a great try there by the Tauranga Underdogs. I suppose if we go back to the genesis of what just happened here, and the Tauranga Underdogs scoring that try, brothers just look too pedestrian. It's one thing having that composure, but at the same time, if you're too pedestrian in your attack, you just give the advantage back to the defending team, and that's exactly what happened. They regained the ball, and they just ran it back at the brothers' team with speed and with a lot of determination.
Yeah, it's a great counter. I think the counter is key there. If you can take advantage of any openings that your opposition present, then you can come up with points. It's that easy. It can be done against anyone, basically. His brothers receive this ball. And again, they're taking their time. They really like to get the lay of the land before they commit to anything. The difference with the Underdogs is they're going to be very competitive. They are competing at every area. Unfortunately, side entry there. Latu Mahina taps the ball, and he gets taken nicely by his opposite. Quick play of the ball. He's lost it forward. Rushing there. Maybe brothers like playing it a bit slower, but they're going to have to contend with an Underdogs team. I love that name, Underdogs. They don't put pressure on themselves. They are the Underdogs. As they got a big man here, gets past his opposite. Looks like he'll go all the way. He looks to be someone you might know. Ian, number 7, Underdogs. He probably plays in the Capital Rugby Union.
This is the first time he plays for one RPIR, I'm thinking. And look at the size of this fella. He's not small. He's a big guy with space, with speed, and he was able to take on the brothers' defender out wide and just literally run through him.
Yeah, I think it's a physics thing, weight plus speed will equal a lot of power, and that's what he's got.
And a lot of damage. And he's just done that to the brothers' defensive line. Look, brothers have got to up their tempo, or the Underdogs are just going to keep building on this scoreline. Yeah, we might have to call them the Tauranga Top Dogs at the end of this match. They definitely make the semis. So they've got the kickoff. Seems to be a stoppage in play. 3 minutes 48 on the clock left as the Underdogs with a 12-0 lead over the Kramer Alsenko brothers. Referee gets back into position to call time on. And the Underdogs with the front running as the kick comes through. And it looks like either his players have overrun that, so they've given a penalty away. That's cheap possession all the way to halfway. Quick tap, brothers. Let's see what they have. This big man here shrugs off one. That's why a big man is always useful. But it breaks down there for brothers. Initial contact there was good from the number 12 for brothers. Unfortunately, the pass was a little loose, and his teammates couldn't recover well enough. They've got a scrum. Underdogs, they've got it at, I think it's the 40, yep. The 40-meter line. Next game. And they're going to have to defend the Underdogs back line. So Tauranga, that's 1 RPIR, the 1st Royal Pacific Islands Regiment. These guys are from the barracks. So they probably like defense. They're pretty tough. As they spread out wide, they're taking their time, looking for openings. A nice little inside ball there. The same man again, but he's stepped down and touched. The idea was right, Ian. It's just the execution. They just worked with maybe a little too less room. The room was just too little for them to make their magic.
Yeah, the idea was right, the execution was perfect, but they just didn't have enough room to do all that. So again, you know, like all teams, they just got to be really wary of where the sidelines are, and don't be afraid of just taking the ball, taking on the defenders, resetting in a ruck, and starting all over again. I'm sure if he had to do things a lot differently, sure if he had to do it again, rather, he'd do it a lot differently.
All brothers with the scrum feed here, 5 in, about 45 out. As brothers take it deep inside the half just to make this attack. Got a lot of ground to cover as number 2 tries to run around his man. He gets the right-hand fend, and he's outflanked his man. It just took one good fend, one good palm off, and he's got space. There's no cover. I wonder where the sweeper was. Tauranga Underdogs didn't have that usual customary sweeper you'd see in sevens coming across just to make it a bit harder for him. So he's gone around and scored under the posts, making it very easy, or relatively easy conversion for number 10, who does add the extras. It's Tauranga Underdogs leading 12 to Krama Asenko Brothers 7. Great hit back by brothers.
Yeah, it was a great hit back by brothers, and they spread the ball out wide. They got their winger into a one-on-one situation with the Tauranga Underdogs winger. He was good enough to beat him, so great try.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, a good fender. In fact, I hardly see a good fend these days, but it's good to see that we've had a few good instances of people palming off defenders coming across.
It's good to see it back in the game up here.
Yeah, I think the last guy I saw doing that consistently well was Steve Runoff, and that was in rugby league. So, as we see, the Underdogs taking it inside Brothers' territory, goes down to play. Brothers are putting a lot of pressure on, but Underdogs free running here. Where's the Blacks Brothers defense? Looks like there's Tauranga boys are having some fun now. With 40 seconds left on the clock, they've got a 5-point lead. Play's broken down a little bit, but they've recycled well. And we see Tauranga with a slight advantage on the edge to see if they can take it. Number 6 cuts back in. Will he get the pass in? No, he won't have to. He won't have to. You got a couple of defenders falling off him. Runs around to improve the angle for his kicker. He's even had to dodge another tackler in goal, but he's finally got it done. What do you think about that try?
That was a really good finishing by the Tauranga Underdogs winger. You know, the fact that he cut back in, he actually gave himself options, whether he realized that or not, because the brothers players were not sure whether he was going to take the sideline on or commit or wait for show him the sideline or commit to the ruck. And just by that, creating that doubt within the brothers players, long enough for him to literally slip through the brothers' defensive line.
Yeah, when you're doing everything at pace, the margin for error is very small. If you misjudge a run or somebody checks you, you're gonna miss him by a meter, and that's enough in this game. It's only 7 men covering the entire field. As we see, Tauranga Underdogs gonna take the kickoff. As we see, brothers catch that nicely. It's number 2, and he's given a free run down the sideline. Does he have pace? No, he's covered easily. He's thrown into touch. And linesman Wesley Varley has indicated to the referee that there was a dangerous contact there by the Underdogs defender. Brothers spreading it out to the right. They've got a 2-on-1. He cuts back in. It's tricky custom here. Latu Mahina, the big man, number 1. He's trying to bump off a few, shrugging off a few men. He's taking down. And looks like this could be a penalty. Yes, it's going to Brothers' way. It was always going to go to the team in possession. Quick tap here. It should be a simple try there for Latu Mahina. He didn't have to do much there. He just gave the ball to the man who tapped it and then walked 3 paces, took a pass, and fell over the try line.
Well, you could just put that try down to Latu Mahina himself. I mean, he created that. He created that space for these for his teammate to get a ball to him easily after running up and taking on as many, attracting as many Tauranga Underdog defenders. So well done.
Well, the kick is looks like the kick has gone through. Yes, it has. So it's only a 5-point margin at halftime. Tauranga Underdogs 19, Kramer Alsenko Brothers 14. I think it's 3 tries to 2. Very competitive match here we have at the National Football Stadium, the NIUPOWER Sports Talk Sevens, the Men's Cup quarterfinal. Winner goes to the semifinal for all the marbles, and it's Tauranga Underdogs. Again, great names. I like these names they're coming up with, these teams. They're very creative. And underdogs for me is the name of the tournament. It's just, hopefully they can live up to it. They probably are.
Well, it's a name that certainly attracts people's attention, and they're not playing like underdogs right now. So, you know, it's a paradox or a contradiction of sorts, and it's great to see that, you know, these players and these boys are out there and willing and able. You know, brothers aren't an easy team to play against. They're a seasoned side. They've dominated the Capital Rugby Union scene for a number of years in 15s rugby and have done this in 7s rugby. So, you know, big ups to the Tarama underdogs. Let's hope they can maintain the effort in the second half and build on that lead.
Yes, at this NIUPOWER Sports Talk Sevens Men's Cup quarterfinal here at the Santos National Football Stadium. And if you're watching this live stream on the Facebook page or any other social media, I'd like to encourage you, if you're in Moresby and you've got nothing to do, to come down to the National Football Stadium, the Santos National Football Stadium. As you can see, there's a lot of free seating. But the great thing is the weather is being very helpful. It's not direct sunlight. It's actually overcast, so it's great weather to watch and to play. And you'll just have a great time. There's the finals yet to come. We're moving into that. The main games, the semi-finals and the final of all, the three grades, under 20s, the women's and the men open. In this Cup quarterfinal, we've got the Tarama underdogs leading the Kramer-Alsenko brothers 19 points to 14 as the kick comes through, fielded by the number 3 for the underdogs. They put it through the hands, spreading it out to the right, looking for an opening, and they do find an opening. Number 4's made a break. This is how they finish it. He's got all the time in the world. They can't stuff this one up. Number 6 looks to have the pace, looks to have his man outflanked. Yes, he does. Number 10 brothers just couldn't come to grips with the runner. And I guess fatigue plays a big part in that.
He was struggling to keep pace with the Tarama underdogs winger, which didn't help. And you know, as a result, he just lunged his, pushed forward with his arms. Wasn't able to get his body behind the tackle, and it was easy for the Tarama underdogs winger to beat him. So they're a pretty smart football team, Tarama underdogs. They're playing to their strengths, so they understand the concept of 7 rugby. Hit it up the middle and spread it out wide, and get your position, especially your wingers, into that one-on-one situation with their opposite numbers, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, brothers with Latu Mahina being one experienced player. I see number 11, Leo Tico Jr. is also another very experienced hand. He's played both Codes, Rugby League and Rugby Union, and he's he's been in better shape, but it's that experience that counts, right?
He's been around for a while, Leo, but it's always good to have these old hands still part of the team and offering that direction for the younger players.
As we see Latu Mahina looking to field this kick, he swings it wide to the right, and it's that number 10 again. He puts on a step. He's got the arms free. Brothers looking to swing it out to the right, left. The great fend there by number 9. He's into open space. He's looking for support. Left foot step. He's gone past the defender there. Throws one out the back, hoping for the best. And is it play out? No, it's a knock-on by brothers. So the referee has found a knock-on by brothers. Even though it looked to me the underdog player has actually lunged for the ball.
Peter,
number 4.
I'd like to know where all the brothers' speedmen were. I mean, it wasn't like that brothers forward was setting the world on fire in terms of his pace. He actually slowed down.
Well, I think
where were the brothers' speedmen to catch up with him, running support and get that last-minute passing through?
Well, the way they're playing, it's hard to tell who the speedmen are. But they've had a few short, stocky types on the edges being caught out. So maybe they need to get the configuration right, the spacing right, and they'll be a bit more competitive. Latu Mahina actually started off as a back, and he's transitioned into the forwards in the 15s format. So I'm assuming he's playing a forward power role, a striker role in 7s as well. But they really need to get their speedmen out on the edge. And they need to play a bit smart. It's Latu Mahina, the man we're just talking about, manages to get on the edge, but he's thrown the ball into touch as he was heading into touch. And the referee is, I think he'll have more success on the tarmac signaling planes the way he's going, but he seems to be getting a call. I'm not sure who's supposed to be throwing his line out in. It's apparently the men in red.
Yeah, it looks like Latu Mahina stepped into touch, and as a result, it's a underdog throw into the line out.
Well, underdogs are 26 in front to Kramer-Alsenko brothers 14. 3 minutes, just under 4 minutes to go in this men's cup quarterfinal. They've made a change. I think this is pretty smart. You make changes, game stops, pauses for a little while, catch your breath, reset, rethink what your game plan is for the final 3 minutes, 3.5, and then you go from there. So as a referee blows time on, it's the underdogs with the throw-in, and Kramer Alsenko brothers only have 2 jumpers and a halfback, so that's interesting. They probably got the rest of their men out in the back line expecting the attack to be directed at that area. And brothers win one against the throw-in with just 2 men, so that's a big plus. Brothers spreading it out to the right. They're looking to catch this Tarama underdogs defense unawares, but it seems that Tarama have men everywhere, stationed everywhere. You wonder if they actually have 7 players. Probably have more than that, looks like it. But brothers, big dummy there, thrown back to the right. As we see this man, number 6, he's a good player. He plays flank for brothers. He's had the ball. He's been dispossessed as the underdogs. They look like they had the break there, but referee has called it back. Advantage going to brothers. And the player looks like he will be yellow carded for throwing the ball away. I mean, you can't do that. This has been happening all day. You think players would have got the message by now?
Do you know what he was penalized for?
What was he penalized for?
Not sure.
I think it may have been offside, but whatever it was against his team. He shouldn't have thrown the ball away. That was just inviting more trouble, and brothers look to score a try here. They should have them. It's Leo Tickot with the drawn pass, and in the corner, simple try for brothers.
That was
Brothers.
well done. Well done to Leo Tickot Jr. He pretty much set himself up for a big hit, and he took the hit, absorbed the tackle, and was able to put his winger out, put his winger into free space, who literally went over the try line untouched.
And Leo is still recovering from that hit. Saw him on his haunches there as the kick attempt is coming in. Nice strike. Will it have the direction? Unfortunately, I've been told that the kick is unsuccessful, so a great strike, but just a little wayward in the end there. As we see, the Tauranga underdogs, the 1RPR Brigade, 26 points leading the Kramer Alsenko brothers, 19 in the Sports Stock Sevens Men's Cup quarterfinal here at the Santos National Football Stadium. Restart by brothers with 1:20 to go. It's a nice strike. There's a good contest on this catch here. And this player is very, very eager here. He's actually probably propelled the ball forward, so it's going to be a underdog feed to a scrum, if that's indeed the way they're going.
He's a very energetic player.
I think he plays flanks for brothers. He plays on the flank somewhere. A lot of energy. He probably had his wheat bix this morning, so he's up for it. And the linesman, Wesley Valley, doesn't have his line his flag, but I'm sure they'll figure out where the ball went out and give the signal.
We're under a minute now, so the underdogs would like to maintain possession.
Yes.
And hold on to that position and try and score a try.
Yeah. As the throw comes in, it beats everyone. Brothers with the ball. Now they have to score, try and convert it to draw level. And we have extra time. Let's see if they score a try. It's on the edge with number 7. He's got pace. He's brought down. And unfortunately, it looks like he's brought down in touch. And that's pretty much the ball game here at the Santos National Football Stadium. The NIUPOWER Sports Talk 7's Men's Cup quarterfinal between the Tauranga underdogs in red and the Kramer Alsenko brothers in black with green trim. And it's the underdogs, 26-19 winners. They advance, or they will advance, to the semifinal if everything goes according to plan here.
Well, we've got one play left. It's a scrum, and it's feed to the underdogs. The underdogs need to win that scrum and basically kick that ball out wide, out as far as possible.
Yeah, they'll need to just kill it. Smart play here is to kill it. Win the possession and kill it. And they've lost possession, so brothers could still make things interesting here with a try. They'll need to convert it. So an edge try would be good, but this man, if he's going to get across, he's going to have to do it. And it looks like they've gone over for a try. Has the referee given it? He's coming across. He's consulting with his touch judge, Wesley Valley. Wesley Valley giving him the information. It's not a try. Lost forward, or at least grounded short of the line. And Tauranga underdogs, 26-19 winners over Kramer Alsenko brothers here in the Men's Cup quarterfinal.
of the New Power Sports Talk Sevens 2023, the 6th edition of this tournament here at the home of great sport, Santos National Football Stadium.
What can I say about